Hello, everyone, and good evening to all of you. Welcome to this amazing session titled Agent in 10 Build an AI Assistant Fast. Today, it's a hands on virtual event designed to kickstart your journey into the world of AI powered assistants quickly and efficiently. Today, I am delighted to have Kirtana and Chandra sir who will take this amazing session and will take us on this amazing journey as well. So, without any further ado, handing over the command to you guys.
Well,
Thanks.
thank you so much for the beautiful intro. Welcome everyone to the exciting journey. As he told, I'm Kirtana. So me and Chandra, we are taking you through a session of build AI agents in 10 minutes. So trust me, it's gonna be really interesting. By the end of the session, you'll be amazed at what exactly we are creating, and without even writing a single line of a code, we will be doing all the miracles.
Yeah, so Kirtana, before we actually get into this, the amazing wonders, so I would like to ask you. So, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, definitely. I'm able to see your screen.
Yeah, that's perfect. Then that's absolutely right, Kirtana. So, but before we dive into building, let's start with the viewers. Okay, I just want to know what's in your mind when you hear about AI agent.
I
So
mean,
don't
yeah.
worry, don't worry. There are absolutely no wrong answers here. So we are genuinely curious about your perspective.
I mean, look at the screen right now. You have seen so beautiful animation. There's a text box with a lot of thoughts waiting for you to type in. Just take a moment and type what you feel or what you think of AI agent is. Maybe it can be a small chatbot or even a virtual helper or something that's completely different from whatever comes to your mind. We just want to hear it out from you.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead and type your answers in comments. We'll just pull it from there and we will use our evaluation agent to evaluate your answer, how far it is correct, how what is the rationale behind it, and it will rate it. And on top of that, it will compare with agentic the agent definition from the Google, Microsoft, and even from Anthropic Claude. So let's try to find few comments and then
Amazing.
evaluate it using agent. Yeah, Kirtana.
That's fantastic response actually. Now that we have heard the thoughts, like let's dive into what makes an AI agent truly special. What do you say
Yeah.
about it?
So yeah,
So
exactly.
an
So,
AI
but
agent
actually,
is likely to
before we
have a
get into
more.
that, yeah, but before actually we get into that, I found a few comments. So let me check. So one has mentioned that an agent is an software piece which which can do tasks on behalf of me. So this is what one of the definition we got. Let's evaluate it and see. So Mr. Ravi Kiran, we are just checking your answer and let's see how much rating you'll get. Perfect. You got 7 by 10. It's brilliant. That's very close, Kirtana. And so even the
Yes, that's
reasoning is also,
amazing.
yeah, yeah, Kirtana.
That's really amazing. I mean, think of the way an AI agent is able to do such an efficient, knowledgeable, the team member of who never sleeps, who never takes break, who's like available 24/7. What's more interesting than that?
Exactly. So from this, we are just moving ahead, and because we have found a lot of comments, so we will be providing the source code. You can use it, and you can evaluate your own answers. No problem at all. This is working live, and you can evaluate all your answers. So not just about agent, you can evaluate other answers too. So now let's move ahead to the next one. So, of course, we have seen a lot of definitions, but it's not just about, as Kirtana mentioned, it's not just about being available. An AI agent is a smart assistant that actually understands context. So let's take one example. When a customer asks, "What are your hours?" It knows they probably want store hours, so not employee working hours. So when they say, "I can't find my order," it knows they need order tracking, not a philosophical discussion about lost items, Kirtana.
Yes, yes, obviously, Chandra.
Yeah. So
I mean, I just wanted to tell that just look at the screen now. It's so beautiful, animated in a text box, right? Maybe if we have a chatbot, it's gonna even make it look more crazy and the visual helper and making something really completely different from whatever comes into mind. We want to hear it all out from you, Chandra. Go ahead.
yeah, exactly. So we have tried with one example, and then here. So and we have defined what is a agent. So now let's move to the slide 3. So here we would like to explain to build, because we have started with an agent, so that can evaluate your answers. So now we will be going one step ahead, and let's use few tools, like whatever tools that we're going to use. I'm just going to give a brief of each tool, and then Kirtana will take up and she will explain the steps how to do it. And then finally we will have a 10 minutes clock, and within the 10 minutes timer we should able to build our agent. So that's what the challenge. I hope you are up for it. So now the tool that we are using today is Microsoft Copilot Studio. So the beautiful thing about this platform is that it's completely no code. So that means anyone in this webinar, whether you are a technical or non-technical, fresher or completely inexperienced, you can build a powerful AI agents with a simple drag and drop interface. So Microsoft Copilot is your everyday AI assistant integrated into apps like Word. You can see it here completely on the screen in the slide 4. It is like integrated with apps like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, and it is basically connected with the large language models which are hosted in Azure. And also you'll have Microsoft Graph connectors, and also it can be connected with the internet. So this is what the entire ecosystem of Copilot, and Copilot is what we're going to use to build our agent within the Copilot Studio. So now a quick show of hands. How many of you have used Copilot in Word or Excel before? So, of course, you can just mention that in the comment section, no problem at all. So, great. Then you are already, some of the guys might have already used this tool, and many of the people would have not used it. But, however, we'll make it very simple and very engaging so that you can build an agent within 10 minutes. So, that's what the challenge is. Yeah, Kirtana. Over to you. Slide 5.
Yes, yes. Now we are get Yes. Now we are getting to the heart of the session, right? It's gonna get crazy. We are learning about the Copilot Studio itself. I mean, this screenshot that you're seeing on the screen is where the magic happens. All the wonders that you can see. It's your AI agent creation workspace, and it's really beautifully simplified yet incredibly it's so powerful. I'm going to just walk you through the core concepts before Chandra shows the magic in an action, so that you'll have a brief
Exactly.
understanding of how Copilot Studio works. Copilot Studio is nothing but it's so graphical, it's a low code tool for building an agent and an agent flow. What makes it more special is actually the ability to connect with others and data resources using a pre-built or the custom plugins. This means when an agent isn't just answering your program questions. It can also pull from your websites, like it can be a SharePoint, internal documents, and much more. The key concept here is the visual drives the decision.
So I think I can't hear Kirtana. So let me cross check once. Kirtana, we can hear
You
you.
literally just have to click new agents, give it a name, describe what you want to do it. That's it. And you can even point it to every website that you want to learn. It is just an automatic learning. And yes, in the interface you also see here, it's very straightforward and as filling out as a form. It's too simple that every person out there can just do it. It's a platform that's heavily lifting for you, and that's so nice, right? You don't have to put your brain too much. And now let's talk about the topics. That is where the conversation happens, the magic happens. A topic is specially subject to your agents about uh, store hours or return policies. Each topic is activated by triggering phases. So when someone types, "What is your hours?" or "When are you open?" boom, your
Yeah.
store hours your store hours topic kicks in. Then you design the conversation flow visually and ask questions, show the message, and also create the branches based on the usernames. It's really gonna be creative, the workflows, and actually the walkthrough of the people, talk of the people. And now generating an AI testing, like we really get so excited, right, when we talk about generative AI acts. That is very safe. And when what if someone just asks something, you haven't created a topic for you? That's not a problem. You connect with your agents, take a data source, like take a data source either from your website or the documents that you have. If the agent doesn't know any answer, you just have to search this resources and generate the useful response on the fly. And testing, there's a built-in panels where you can just create a chat, and you can just with your agents you can just uh, like really use it for the real users. And then the track between the topics features that shows exactly which topic is activated and in a real time. And then going live going live when there is a real time for the fun part. Let's build AI agent together. How many of you are really excited? But first, since I walked you through brief topics regarding this particular thing, let me show you the end goal. Once we build our agent, publishing it is literally just a single click. It's so simple and easy. Then you can just deploy it anywhere, your website, mobile app, Microsoft Teams, Facebook, anywhere. You name it and you can just do it. And by this briefing out, I just want to hand over the live hands on demo to Chandra to take you through, to walk you through. And then, yes, start the timer, and we'll be just building an assistant in just 10 minutes live in front of you. How exciting or interesting is it gonna be?
Exactly. I hope you guys are excited to click on the timer and start it off and build the agent in 10 minutes.
i'm
So,
I'm way too excited to see.
yeah, here is where the things get exciting. I'm going to start this 10-minute timer, and we are gonna build we're going to build a complete AI agent from scratch, and I want you all to follow along on your screens if you have if you have access to Copilot Studio, or just watch it as I demonstrate. And latest is at your office with your office account, you can try it out and build a brilliant agents and show it to your bosses, and you'll become an agent builder. So we are going to build a customers an expense claimer agent for a fictional company called ndimensions.ai. Are we ready to set off?
Yes, let's jump in. In
One click.
three, two, one, go.
Yes. Our timer has
Yes.
started. Let's, okay.
And the time's off.
So, yes. So, first thing first, you have to open this URL, https copilotstudio.microsoft.com. So that will take you to this environment. Okay. So this is how the user interface looks like. So sign in with your work or school account so that you will able to access to the Copilot Studio. So here you can see the Copilot Studio homepage. You can see that this is a home tab on sidebar. Okay, so you just have a look at the home tab. So this is our home page, which should consist of if you have already built some agents, you will able to see, or here's you can use the agentic templates and you can build agents very quickly. So these are the multiple options we have, and here you have the learning resources. Okay, and on the home page you will able to see the environment at the top. There you will able to see your work or school environment in which your agents are defined or shown at the top of the page, as you can see on the screen. And you can also navigate to the create page, and that's where the actual game starts. Can you click on the create page? And this is where the actual game starts. So create page for more agent creation options, and here you can see a page to view all of your existing agents and to create a new agent. So now in this navigation pane, this is our left navigation pane on the left. So here you will able to see within the create page a new agent button. Okay, so now it's very simple. To start it off, select the option to create a new agent in the Copilot Studio. So Copilot Studio responds by providing a chat interface like this, okay, in which you can describe the functionality of the agent you want to build. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna build a simple agent, which is create an agent of an agent to help employees with expense claim, as I have already mentioned. And let's enter. And this is where your agent configuration starts, and it will ask a few questions. So we'll just review the response from the Copilot Studio. So now in the chat pane, so it's saying, let's determine a name for your agent. How about expense claim assistant? I'm okay with it. Kirtana, is it fine for you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you
Let's
want?
let's do it.
Okay, let's go with the expense claim assistant.
Let's do it.
I
Let's
like the
do it.
name. So let me give this name.
Yes.
Now let's see what it's going to ask. So now the name expense claim assistant has been set for your agent that you can see on the screen. So this is the name of my agent at this moment. So now it's asking us to refine the instructions. Could you provide more details on any specific guidelines or best practices? Of course, I have few. Let me add one by one so that it won't do any mistakes. Okay. So now I'll say use a friendly, professional tone. So that's one of the instruction I have attached for my agent, and I'm going to few more next. So would you like to add any publicly accessible knowledge source for the expense claim assistant? Not for now. I don't want anything you use I have some data store and I want to use that, not use any publicly, because if you use publicly available accessible data, so that's gonna give a wrong information. So that's the reason I don't want to use any publicly accessible websites to get its information at all. I don't want. So I don't want that. So now I have given another instruction. So do you have any more modifications to make to the expense claim assistant? Of course, I have one. The last instruction I have is avoid providing any tax advice. It's very important, and don't do it for me. So let's wait. And okay, that's it. With this, we are all set. When you are done, a preview of the chat interface, you will able to see on the right side. The agent is displayed beside the conversation used to create it. So now it is all set. We have given our information. Now we can move ahead and we can click on select to create an agent. Let's wait for a while. I'll have a sip of water. By the
So we're
time
all set to see the actual.
agent, and here it is, the response model is GPT-4o. How fantastic it is. You got the GPT-4o, the response model. I'll just quickly take you through this. So you have the create button, which allows you to create an agent from a scratch or from a template. We have done it from scratch, not used any template. Then we have seen here, this is what we are creating, an agent. An agent provides you with access to the main agents page where all your agents are displayed. That's what we have explored. Then you can see here, I'll just click on, you can see what multiple tools are available. The first one is knowledge. Knowledge allows you to provide knowledge resources to your agent. Like you can use your PDF file or Word file or Excel sheets. You can give it as a knowledge to GPT-4o. And then you have topics. As Kirtana has already explained these things, topics provide access to the different topic actions that are available for the agent. Why I'm telling, because we're going to use this. Then you have the activity section in this, which displays the agent's generative AI activity, including how many calls to the Azure OpenAI GPT, so which is GPT-4o model. Then we have the analytics tab, so which provides analytical details that are related to the performance and uses of the agent. And finally, we have channels, which provides tools for publishing your agent and deploying it to different channels. That anyway, we'll do all those things step by step. In addition to that, you have one more important option, which is settings. The settings, that's where you will have a tool set that helps with management items such as which channels your agent is deployed to, and agent authentication and skills management. And finally, you have a most important one, which is the testing panel. So this is where we will test our agents. This testing panel lets you test your agent as an end user to ensure that it's performing as expected. Now, as we have created our agent, let's try to test this agent before we move ahead. So let me type, Kirtana, are you able to see? Are we ready to speak to our agent, which is expense claim assistant?
Yes, I'm so excited.
So let's say hello to the agent. And on the left side, you will able to see how it is working, but as an end user, it doesn't matter for you. So when I've said hello, it said, how can I help you today? That's brilliant. Okay, let me ask you one more question. I'll see what you will do for me. Who should I contact about submitting an expense claim? Let's see what it's going to say. Okay, we got the response saying that you should contact your company's finance or accounting department to submit an expense claim. That's okay, but that's too vague. So this time the
That's
response,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, that's good. We got a good response, but however, the response may be appropriate as Kirtana mentioned, but it's also likely to be fairly generic because I've asked whom should I contact, and it said you just go and
Correct.
connect with finance team. So we need to
We
have a
want
deep,
the
exact person whom should we
exact
connect.
answer.
Yeah, exact answer. So in a real organization, you would want the agent to provide an email address of or phone number for the user to contact. So that is not, we are unable to get it. So now what we will do and how will we do? Okay. So now let's ask another question and see what it's gonna do. So what is the expense limit for a hotel stay? Let's see what it's gonna say this time. So again, the expense limit for a hotel stay can vary depending on your company's travel policy. This is again the response is appropriate, but it is generic. It is generic. So now in a real organization, you would want the agent to provide a more specific response based on the company's expense policies. So how will we do it? That's what we're going to tell now. So now we will be adding more context to the agent. We will be adding more knowledge to the agent. Are you ready for that step, Kirtana?
Yes, absolutely.
So we have closed the testing panel. Now it's time for us to get into the topics. Kirtana has already explained what is topics, what we can do with the topics, and now we are actually doing hands-on on the topic. Okay, so now if you come here, just click on topics, so you will get into this particular topics page. Okay, now the agent has a few custom topics which are goodbye, greetings, start over, thank you, that are triggered by an input from the user. And you also have a system topics that are triggered by a specific events. Custom topics are triggered by input user. For example, when you say hello, it will give the greeting one will be triggered. When you say bye, the goodbye topic will be triggered. When you say start over thank you, the thank you one will be triggered. But when it comes to the system topics that are triggered by specific events, it will be triggered only by events, such as let's imagine there is an error. On error event will be on error topic will be triggered. So okay, so you can filter the topics by category or use the all filter to see them all. So okay, so now let's get back to topics, custom topics, and here we are going to just do customize a bit. So now let's click on the greeting topic. So select the greeting custom topic to view it on the authoring canvas. So this is where the canvas, and here we can see which is a visual designer for creating and editing topics, and looks similar to this, exactly what you can see on the screen. And now if you see this, if you read this completely, the triggers, this is the triggers pane. The triggers are when you say good afternoon or good morning or hello, hey, hi. So these are the phrases which will trigger this topic. And what will be the output for that? When you say either of these triggers, you'll get hello, how can I help you today? So that's what the result you can get it. And this is one of the topic. And similarly, you can just get back to the custom, we can get back to the system topics, and let's open one of the system topic, which is conversational boosting. Okay, so conversational boosting, it is event based. It's not based on the input based. It's an event based completely, and you can see that event here. So the conversational boosting, this topic is triggered when the user submits a message for which an agent can't identify a corresponding topic. So the if user's intent is unknown, so that time the conversational boosting is used. The topic then attempts to respond to the user's message by using generative AI example. And that's what is called conversational boosting. When the agent can not able to answer to the questions, then the Gen AI generative answers will pitch it. So then you have the another, sorry, we have the another, let's look into the another system topic, which is fallback. You can see on the screen. So the fallback is again a topic, system topic, which is a fail-safe topic that responds when the intent, what you see is again unknown, and an appropriate conversational AI response can be generated. At that time only the fallback intent comes into the picture. The fallback topic comes into the picture. So the fallback topic includes logic to enable the user to try again up to 3 times before gracefully ending the conversation. So often by escalating to a human operator, and that's what is the fallback. Of course, these are not that important, but I'm just taking you through so that you will build it proudly with proper information. So now let's add a topic. Let's return to the topics and click on add a topic, and let's use the add from a description with the Copilot. When you have a tools, you have to use it. There is no point of keeping the tools aside. The one who knows how to use the tools better will be the better craftsman. Do you want to be a craftsman, or do you want to be a individual without using tools? That's all up to you to decide. Now let's add the name of our topic. The name of our topic is ask about expenses contact, and let me create a topic. So the topic for me is when the user asks to contact about expense claims, tell them to send an email to finance at the rate of ndimensions.ai. So this is what. So now let's click on create, and it's going to create the topic for us. So if let's wait, see now our prompt, our topic has been created, that you can clearly see. After a few seconds of wait, a new topic named ask about expense contact, and you can go back, sorry, you can see here the name of the topic is ask about expenses contact, and it's ready. And what you have to do next step is the new topic, which should be triggered by phrases these are the phrases we have. Who to contact about the expenses, that's one phrase. And expenses contact person, expense report contact, contact for expense queries, and who handles. So these are the triggers. When a user type these phrases, this gonna trigger this topic. And so this is what the outcome you're gonna get. This is what the message the user is gonna get. So this is the topic that we have created. Now it's time for us to save this topic by just clicking on the save button. So once it's ready, now it's time to test this particular topic. Okay, I hope you're ready to test it. Just click on the test button, and you can just type, who should I contact about submitting the expense claim, and you see the response that we are going to get. Can you see that, Kirtana, here? The question we have asked, who should I contact about submitting an expense claim? And it has said the finance at the rate of ndimensions.ai. And that's perfect. It's not generic. It is the proper
Correct.
response. And we are fine-tuning our agent. Our agent is becoming very useful. Now I'll make it brilliant. Just wait for a while. Excited?
So it's a step by step process. The output really depends on the way how you train the model.
Exactly. How you train and how you customize, how you're providing the context to the model, document knowledge, and everything. Perfect. So now let's get into the main important step, and that's where we are really making our agent as intelligent as we require. So this is where the next step is adding a knowledge source for generative AI response. It's like a RAG based, but here in Copilot, normally they use graph. So basically the graph connectors. So it's a RAG based agent that we are trying to build. and we can add topics for all the inputs that you expect a user to enter, but you can't realistically expect to anticipate every question that will be asked. Currently, your agent uses a conversational boosting topic to generate AI responses from a language model, which is GPT-4 in our use case, but this results in generic answers. So you need to provide a source of knowledge which will become a context for the GPT-4 model in our agent use case, in which the generative AI responses can be grounded to provide more relevant information. So now what we are going to do is, I have a document ready with me. So I'm going to use this document. This is an expenses policy document from ndimensions.ai. So I'm going to use this document. I'm going to add this as a knowledge base for my agent, so that my agent is going to perform and respond exactly with the company information to our employees. And that's what the target. And let's return to the browser tab. And so here within the Copilot Studio, you will able to see the option. So we just need to, you see this, test your agent, and we can just come out of from this. It's no more required. We have tested it. Now what you're going to do is, here if you click on this +6 symbol, you will be able to find the knowledge. Just click on the knowledge tab on the header of the Copilot Studio that you find, and now you got an option to click here. From here you will be able to add your knowledge resources. I just clicked on the knowledge, and here you have multiple options. You can use it. You can upload from the OneDrive, SharePoint, or you can just upload a document from your local machine, or you can connect from public websites. I don't want it now. Dynamics 365, SharePoint, Azure AI Search. It's a fantastic Azure Search which is available from the Microsoft Azure. You can put all your documents into Azure AI Search, and that will index, and it will keep your database ready, knowledge base ready, and that knowledge base can be directly connected with your agents. And you have a Dataverse. That's another fantastic thing. And you have the Salesforce connector. You can use Salesforce connector too. And let me go back to this. Let's complete this. And you have ServiceNow, Azure SQL database. In addition to that, you also have advanced connectors such as Snowflake, Confluence, Oracle, SAP, Azure Databricks, and Zendesk. And now Microsoft is heavily working towards building an MCP servers and then giving it as a connectors to their Copilot agents. And that's what within 1 or 2 months, you'll be able to see all types of connectors within this, and you'll be able to build agents without writing a single piece of code. How brilliant it is. So everyone can become agentic developer, but you have to follow our videos to do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly upload the document. You will see here ndimensions.ai expense policy. So let me click on add to the agent. Now it's going to take a while because it has to fetch the document, read the document, index the document, embed the document, convert that into a vectors and store it in a vector database if it is a vector database, or else it will fetch it will convert everything and put it into a graph database. Okay, it will make a graph using a graph connector. So that's the reason it's going to take some time. So by the time it is done, what we can do is we can just try to complete the other aspects within this. What else? Like just testing the other things. If there are any other aspects to be completed, all those things we can just give a check, because it's going to take a little more time, at least 3 to 4 minutes, because of document size, and it has to go through the multiple steps, and it has to store it in graph or vector db. Okay, so before we actually get into the other step, I'm just gonna take you to the channels. So by the time it's get ready, so I just want to show you, once your agent is ready, you need to deploy this agent in various places. So you can deploy either if you have a if you want to show it as demo, you can deploy it in a demo website. Or if you have a Teams channel, you can deploy it in a Teams channel so that all of your employees can access that agent from Team channel. And you can deploy it in a SharePoint site where the particular team can access it. And if you have a separate web app, you can deploy it in the web app. And you want to do it in a Facebook for fun, you can do it in Facebook. And if you want to do it in Slack, you can do it in Slack. And only in Outlook, you can do it in Outlook. And more than that, to go one step ahead, you can do it even in Dynamics 365, Salesforce, and ServiceNow, Genesis, Live Person, Customer, so like whatnot. You can do it in the majority of the places which are available here. In addition to that, you can fetch this code and APIs, and you will able to deploy it in your own websites, in your own custom websites. Also, you can do it. So that's what we'll be doing as a next step. But for now, I will just get back to the knowledge. And oh, brilliant! It's ready. I think you guys are watching it. That's why it has worked very quickly and it is ready. Kirtanai, can you see that? It's too quick. I expected 3 minutes, but it's just 1 minute.
It's way too quick.
So shall we? Are we are almost close.
Wow.
We are only 1 minute.
We are
No, no,
still
no. We have
one
to
minute
complete. We have
prior
to
to
complete.
that.
So let me
Yeah.
publish this, and we have to complete this. Let me publish this,
Yes, yes, yes.
and
Let's do
we
it. Let's
have
do it.
less time. Let me
Let's do it.
publish it, and before after that we can test it. Okay. So now I'm going to the channels, and I'm getting to the demo. And what I'm gonna do here, the message what I'm gonna give is welcome message. This child star or because authentication. Okay, I have to change the authentication settings. I have, I'll go to the settings first, and then within the settings, I will directly go to the security and authentication. No authentication is required at this moment because it's a demo. I'm just giving no authentication, and that too it is for all the employees within the company. So I put it no authentication, and let me go back to the channels and draft agents. And so let me type it. Kirtana, what is the welcome message you want? Ask me about expense claims. And hello, start over. So I think I have copied this information. I'll just copy it and paste it here. So we have very less time. And let me save it. It's done. And let me copy this and paste it. How much time we have, Kirtana? Can you check? And
Yeah.
here it
We
is.
have.
Done.
Wow, that's done.
Yeah. So now let's click
Amazing,
demo.
amazing.
So we are almost done. So now let's go back to this. Let's test it from here itself directly. Hello, how can I help you today? Now let's ask, because we have added clearly few questions to it, right? So we are going to ask those questions. Now we should be able to get, who should I contact with expense inquiries? So now if you see, it has gone through the topics and it has fetched that information. So now let's ask one more question. What are the expense limits for flights? And so it is using my document. Can you see that, Kirtana, here from the knowledge? It is using the N Dimensions AI expenses policy,
Yes.
and it's going to fetch the information
Document.
from there. And that's it. Your agent is ready.
So it's just couple of clicks.
Yes. So that's what So this is what the agent that we have built. Once you publish it, I'm just republishing it just for safety. But anyway, it's been done completely and it's been deployed into this particular demo website. And we have cross checked with the resources. It is absolutely working well with the number. And then I'll just republish it and then I'll go back to the home page and show you where it is and how it is working. Yeah, so this is done. So now let me go back to the channels one more time. This is already published at 6:27 p.m. So there is one risk. Of course, that can be fixed at any time. That's not an issue. Okay, that's just an authentication settings. And anyway, we are done on time. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. This is just an authentication risk. Okay, so it's all good and all set. Now we will just get back to the home page. And here is your expense claim assistant. So now you can just click on the expense claim assistant and you can use it, or you can deploy this within any channels. You can even deploy this in Teams channels. You see that? You will able to find, see, this is how it looks, and you will able to deploy this in Teams channel. You can just add it over there. So that's an agent that we have built within few minutes. How brilliant it is. So now, Kirtana. So now let's move on to the next slide.
A fun quiz.
Yes,
How
exactly.
many of you are excited to take a quiz? Let's
Let's
see
do
in
it.
the comment. Yeah, let's see in
Yeah,
the
exactly.
comments like who are excited and who's gonna
So the first,
answer.
yes, the first question is, which component defines the conversation path for a specific issue? Entities, topics, variables, or channels? I think I'll give a clue. Kirtana has explained this. Kirtana has
Yes.
explained this one, so I will give a clue. So anyway, let me check. I found few comments and let me click here. And that's it. Well done. Next question, Kirtana.
What must you do before using and interact with your agent on a website? Do you have to create 100 topics, buy a server, publish the agent, or write a custom code? What should you do?
Yeah, this was also taken by the Kirtana. This is published the agent. And it's
Well,
done.
that's correct.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. They're following
And the
our,
last one.
yeah.
What is the purpose of generative answers? To generate a random response, or to create a new topic automatically, or to answer the question using an external data when a topic isn't found, or to translate a conversation? So, what is it?
Yeah, let's give some time. That's to answer the questions using external data when a topic isn't found. And that's correct. So now, as we wrap up, let's remember the big picture here. This isn't just about building a chatbot or building an agent, it's about transforming how your organization operates. So you're empowering your teams to build their own solutions. You're reducing costs by automating common inquiries, and you're improving your customer satisfaction with 24 by 7 support. You are now ready to build. My challenge to you is this: think of one simple common question your customers or colleagues ask. So try building an agent to answer just the one question. Start small and you'll be amazed at what you can create. I hope everybody is ready to build their own agents, irrespective of whether they are data scientists or not, because those days are gone. Only data scientists can build. So now the agentic development is being commoditized, and now anyone can build an agent. With this, I'm handing it over to Kirtana.
Well, that was so true. The last sentence that you told, Chandra. Like today, we do things not just a person or a data science can do. It's about everyone. You just know, you should just know how to prompt and everything you have in the tools, and you can just do whatever you want. That's so crazy. And yes, we just built an agent, as you see. And yes, that was it for the today's session. I hope you enjoyed, learned a lot. Thank you so much.